Baba Booey.
Welcome to an all-new Lay It Omni. Allow me to lay it on you. What's up, guys? Hope you're having a good one. Today we're talking about the GameXplain drama. So if you guys aren't aware who GameXplain is, they're a YouTube channel that literally explains games. Taking a look at their channel, nothing really seems off at first until you realize that their subscription count is missing. And guys, when channels hide their sub count, you know that's usually a bad sign. Anyway, as you can see, GameXplain uploads a lot of videos. I mean a lot. They've been around since 2000 and have accumulated over 1 billion views on their channel. Jesus Christ, that's an insane number. And if you go ahead and just click on one of their most recent videos, this is what you see in the comments section. Y'all are about to get roasted in the comments, LOL. Tris, I hope you made enough money to eat lunch today. Maybe if you're lucky, working another 4 hours will get you a couple more dollars. Lightest Joker said, so is Andre's statement also lagging. Regular said, seems like having no friends pays off in the end. Just came here to see people roasting GX for being awful. Andre's response to the allegations is also lagging. Tris, I hope you're treated better than the old GameXplain team. And good work, Tris. Here's $1 for your good work this hour. So what's going on? Why is everybody trolling, right? That's probably what you're wondering. You know, what exactly is going on at GameXplain? Well, guys, allow me to explain it on you. Alright, sorry, not funny. Well, apparently it started with a clip from a channel called Good Vibes Gaming. Okay, Good Vibes Gaming, aka GVG, is a channel run by BitNerd, Ash, and Steve. The one thing these three guys all have in common is that all of them are former employees of GameXplain. Interesting. What's also interesting is that all three of these guys all left the same week in early November of 2020. Now, during one of their podcasts, this specific clip started getting a lot of people's attention on the internet.
So the review embargo for Final Fantasy VII Remake was April 6th. We got the game on April 4th. Right. And that is, so it was originally our intention to have Derek review it. It was just like, hey, you know, this is definitely going to be Derek's game. And I mean, they just didn't give us time. And I don't know if it was lunacy or what it was, but I was like, yeah, I guess I could do it. I could probably beat the game in that amount of time. And I did not sleep. I powered through this whole game in 2 days, basically. And I mean, I don't think I've ever suffered more to make a video than I did for this game. I mean, I sent Derek my draft of the review. I was delirious.
I needed to basically rewrite the whole thing.
Yeah, it was, I mean, I had a jumble of thoughts, but I mean, I literally, thinking back on it right now, I can feel my eyes burning, like just the incredible pain I was in to just get it done. And I remember, like, my wife, God bless her, she was like, I love you, I'm glad this is over, go take a shower and leave GameXplain as soon as you can. Like, I will be the first to admit that this is where she just turned on GameXplain. She was like, you need to get out of there. She's like, never do this again.
And once this clip started trending on the internet, apparently there was a post that was made on GameXplain's subreddit talking about it that ended up getting deleted by one of the subreddit mods. Shortly afterwards, the entire subreddit was locked temporarily, but the Reddit post in question can still be viewed by using old Reddit. Steve's wife actually made a comment talking about it, saying this: I'll say this, if Steve was treated like a person instead of a machine and paid fairly for the amount of work he was expected to put out, I would have fully supported him staying on at GX. However, for what worked out to be around $1 to $2 an hour between playing through games, writing and producing videos, maintaining a growing relationship with developers, working to get code for games, etc., I would have been a terrible partner not to encourage him to find a way to continue doing what he loves in a healthy way. As for him being work-phobic, he also maintains, and has since before GX, a corporate 9-to-5 career while also helping to raise 4 children. Trust me, he's extremely hardworking. So a little bit later, after the subreddit was unlocked, a post titled "Our GameXplain is back" was posted on the subreddit with this message: yesterday, you, GameXplain, a former moderator of this subreddit, set the sub to private without warning. I was unaware that this had happened until I received mod mail messages from confused users. I would like to thank the users who brought this to my attention. He also removed posts about former members of GameXplain and Good Vibes Gaming without giving any reason. I've went back and improved these posts. Discussion about GVG and former members of GameXplain is allowed. I will try to always give a reason for removing posts in the future. I never expected you, GameXplain, to abuse his power, which is why he is no longer longer a moderator of this subreddit. I am so sorry that this happened. And in the comments you can say, who is user GameXplain? Can't help but feel like they'd be important if their username is literally GameXplain. ... Is it Andre? So yeah guys, according to what we know, apparently some dude named Andre deleted the thread and is no longer a moderator there, and was basically trying to hide what was happening behind the scenes at GameXplain. Now, who is this Andre dude? You know, that's probably what you're asking. You know, go ahead and guess, okay? I'll give you 5 seconds. That's right, he's the final boss, the founder of GameXplain himself, just like the plot of your favorite 90s villain cartoon. And of course, Twitter had a few things to say about it. Dragon Guy 11 tweeted $1 to $2 an hour and had 2 days to complete a 40-hour plus ARPG, referring to Final Fantasy VII R. This is a nothing joke, and I now understand why so many people left GameXplain last year. I'm no longer supporting a channel that treats their members like this. The Great Godesser tweeted GameXplain employee, and it's a picture of SpongeBob saying, wow, that's more than I make in a year. And it's an actual dime or a penny. Being held by Mr. Krabs. Dr. Lava YouTube tweeted, it's going viral that GameXplain's been paying staff $1 to $2 an hour and granting just 2 days to play through games. Just wanted to say, did you know gaming's always been very fair with us staff, not only with pay, but also giving enough time to research and write scripts properly. Much love. So guys, essentially it's a classic case of employees being crunched and being paid little to no money for doing hours and hours of work, while the boss sits in the background trying to hide all of the allegations. So guys, a few days afterwards, Steve officially came out with this statement about the subject now that everything started to receive insane amounts of traction online. Steve said, alright y'all, I've been trying to keep my distance from this, but I see a lot of questions that I feel deserve some context, and I don't want to remain silent when I feel the community deserves answers. Everything I'm going to say is rooted in fact. I won't be offering my opinions of GX or of Andre, just things I know to be true because they happened to me. I joined GameXplain in December 2018. Andre started paying me for my work in September 2019. What the heck? Wait, does that mean that Steve was working for these people for like free for like an entire year? Dang. Okay, maybe it was an internship, but that's a long internship. Anyway, continuing. We discussed a fee of $550. I had no idea if my videos were even worth the amount I had asked for, and I didn't know what anybody else at the channel was paid at the time. That $550 was a flat fee per month, not per video, and without any additional performance-based incentives. That means if I did a couple of news updates or discussions, I got that $550. Conversely, it also means if I was reviewing The Last of Us 2 while playing through Paper Mario, The Thousand-Year Door, and participating in Game Club, I still got $550. By the way, for those of you probably wondering what the math is, $550 divided by 30 days is $18 a day. And if you take those $18 and divide it by like the average 8 hours an employee might work on a daily basis, that's how you get the $1 to $2 rate that everyone is talking about. Anyway, continuing forward, every month I also maintained GX's email server and worked with publishers and developers to secure review copies for the entire team. If I brought in a sponsorship deal, meaning I negotiated the deal, wrote, recorded, edited, and posted the video, I would receive 33% of the proceeds, with the remaining 67% going to the channel, but those were few and far between. Next page, I didn't consider what my hourly rate was until my wife showed me the math, and she was right. After Derek left, Andre offered me a full-time position for $50,000 annually, with a 25% of sponsorships I brought in being offered. This was far lower than Andre was aware I was making at my full-time job at the time, and I couldn't accept it while supporting my family. I had concerns after seeing an employment contract offered to somebody else. There were clauses contained therein that would have brought a negative impact to my career. We're not asking people to unfollow GX, and we definitely don't want to undermine the work the new staff there has done and continues to do. They deserve the same consideration and love that you've shown us all over the years, and all of us are unanimously agreed that we don't want this to undermine or reflect negatively on their efforts. Regardless of your own opinion of Andre or GX, I like to ask that nobody engage in harassment of any kind. That isn't what GBG is about, and we don't condone that type of behavior, period. I hope this sheds some light on my experience with GX. I appreciate all of the message of support I've received over the past 24 hours. I hope I've answered your questions, and that's all I have to say about that. I love you all. Now guys, I've got a few thoughts about the situation because I myself have a lot of experience in this field. I just left a similar situation at my prior job where we worked ridiculous hours, that if we divided our actual salary by the amount of hours that we worked, we would probably be reducing our wages in half, if not more. It was really bad. Number one, this ain't right, bro. $1 to $2 an hour, it might as well be free at this point, okay? There's no way that this should be the amount of money a person gets paid for doing a full playthrough of a 40+ hour video game along with an essay summary submission. That's just hot garbage. I wouldn't even do this for free. 3, which I imagine a lot of you might be thinking, well, why didn't Steve just say no? Number 2, crunch culture is extremely toxic, and sometimes it's hard to recognize that you're getting taken advantage of until it's too late. Obviously, there's a pandemic, people need money, jobs are being lost, so people are desperate for money. So you could argue that, hey, Steve knew the terms of the contract and the payout and should be fine, right? This is still a no. In fact, this is what a lot of companies do in situations like this. They take advantage of the desperation that people have in order to make money and lowball them by paying them as little as possible. The end all be all is that the work environments at GameXplain seem to be really bad and the pay seems to be even worse, which has made everyone rightfully upset because I can guarantee you whatever Andre is making is probably like 20 times more. I mean, 1 billion views on the channel, like I can't imagine how much revenue that's created over the years, but I'm sure it's a lot, and my guess is that it's not being fairly redistributed to the people who are creating the content on the channel fairly. At this point, people are just waiting to see what Andre is going to say, and that's the fiasco in a nutshell. Anyway, that's all I have for this episode of Laid On. You've just been laid. Moral of the story, pay people fairly or do the work yourself. Let me know what you guys think of the whole situation in the comments below. Okay, I'm out. If you made it this far, I would appreciate it if you guys dropped a like and subscribed if you haven't already. You guys won't believe this, but I think today marks the 90-day mark where we've been uploading every single day for the past 3 months in a row, non-stop, no days missed, and I put it on God. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little tired, but I'm not burned out, okay? So relax. I'm not gonna crunch myself, okay? But we are gonna hit 100 days in a row no matter what, okay? And then after that, I might dial it back just a bit so I can get some rest and recover. But until then, ain't nobody hopping off this train until it's over with. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and have a good one.